Hi there, everyone. Welcome to episode 663 of the Mike from Maine show, the place where we do daily interviews with successful online entrepreneurs. This is your host, Mike Thomas, and today on the show, we have Paul O'Keefe on, and we're going to be talking about a piece of software that he's been able to use to build his email list and make money at the same time. Now, not only is this software available for you to purchase right now, but it also has proof backing it up. If we look here, he has these case studies that we're going to be going through in the interview today, where he's been able to get over 8 million page views, over 3 million emails collected, 80,000 AdSense clicks, and $50,000 in AdSense earnings alone from these competitions, contests, and sweepstakes. Let's get into it. Here's Paul. We are here today with Paul O'Keefe. Paul, welcome to the show.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm great, Paul. I'm excited to talk to you today because from what I've seen with the results that you personally have been able to have using the power of contests, that's what excites me, because you have these tools out there, these softwares, they become theoretical. But in your case, you've actually used them in your business. You've used them for a while now, from what I've seen.
Years, yeah.
And you've had results from income coming in, to building leads, to building relationships with contest sites. Like, you are actually doing this. So that's exciting me there. But before we jump into the software you created and the methods that you have behind your madness here, let's talk a little bit about who you are and how you've gotten into using contests in your business.
Yeah, cool. Well, like everybody, I looked at trying to earn a living online back in 2009. And I actually think it was a video by Bill McIntosh. I think it was the first one I watched back in 2009 about you could drive traffic and build up leads using a contest burner, I think it was. So I have to thank Bill for that. And we tried it to begin with, and it sort of worked a little bit. Down the line, what we were trying to do with a voucher site originally. So that's what I've done with the case study here. I've tried to use a voucher to show it could be done by anybody from scratch. But as time went on, I then started offering it as a service to people. I had an international business solutions company. So what I would do, I'd say to people, do you need leads collecting for your business, or are you trying to get hold of leads? I will run a competition for you. The conditions where I kept the leads, and also I suddenly learned you could actually monetize the moment you collected the leads. So that's what I started doing. Started off very small. The first one really that took off for me was my friend had a villa in Bali that he put on Airbnb, and what he did, he said to me, okay, I was looking after it for him for 10%, and a lot of the year I noticed that it was empty basically. So I put it to him. I said, okay, can I run a competition to win a week in your Bali villa? And what I'll do, I'll just keep the leads, I'll monetize it, and then I'll give you all the leads back from the end of it, and that's it. And then you don't have to pay me the 10% on the other ones I let out over the year. And he took it. He said, yeah, okay, try it. And it blew up. It just actually blew up. It went crazy. You know what? The leads I got from that was insane. It really was insane. It was in the thousands, and I made quite a few $100s from that. So I started thinking to myself, okay, I picked up the phone. I started ringing people, talking to local businesses. So I did it for a salon in London. They offered a £150 spa day. That blew up as well, but because that one was different, I didn't use free traffic. I paid for Facebook ads, geolocated them around the area, and that one again, it blew up. So it can be used for many different things. And I ended up doing 3 or 4 of my friends had villas all over the world. I had one in Miami, one in Texas, one in Bali, one in Bangkok, and they all did really well for me. So over time, I started to learn there was different ways to drive the traffic to running a competition, and I found a lot of free traffic, which is the thing I'd like to speak to today. Really, speak to you about is how to get free traffic, because nobody really speaks about that. And I've got a lot of little tricks in my arsenal that I will offer up to people if they want to.
I love free traffic. You love free traffic. Everyone loves free traffic.
What I was say is everything that was done from you're going to see today was all free traffic. This is all from free traffic.
Cool. So the stuff you mentioned before, you mentioned Facebook ads before, but that was something different. Everything we're going to talk about today
was not monetized. Facebook ads one wasn't monetized. That was to get people to go into. That was a viral competition. Was that one? So that was totally separate. It wasn't a monetized competition.
Cool. Okay, let's get into this. I'm excited. I know you've got a lot of stuff to share with us.
Yeah.
today. So on your sales page here, it says need more subscribers. 3-in-1 competition marketing app generates traffic, increases conversions, and gives you so much information on your prospect. The NSA will be taking notes. And I'm looking at the sales page here. I'm seeing that you've got proof of subscribers coming in. Imagine getting 885 new subscribers from just one competition in 3 days. I'm seeing examples of these competitions on here. I'm seeing $37,000 from AdSense using competitions, 4,000 visitors from Twitter, 4,000 visitors from one company. I mean, just over and over again, $15,000 from Australia in AdSense from contests. Like there are real results coming in here from this, things that I'm not used to seeing when it comes to these kinds of softwares. Again, most of the time they're released and it's theoretical.
Yeah, that's correct.
So okay, so bring us into this. Why don't you do this? I know you've prepared some great content for us today. Go ahead and share your screen. Walk us through what this is all about, and let's do this.
Yeah, no problem. So if you just bear with me 1 second. Just let me know as soon as you can see my screen.
I can see myself.
Okay, sorry, I'll get rid of that.
Get rid of me.
Yeah, okay, so that was just a quick background of what I'd done here, which is pretty much what you've sort of said there. You can see we actually generated 8.6 million page views. We collected 3.3 million emails in total. Once that was cleaned up through our software, we ended up with 497,000 leads. You can see nearly $50,000 in AdSense alone. So this was all from free traffic, remember. This is free traffic.
Wait. Okay, so this is 8 million views, 3 million emails, and then just so for you all watching, a lot of times with emails, with anything, sometimes you get some crappy emails. It just happens. So after that, after cleaning them out, you've got 500,000, which is amazing. 80,000 AdSense clicks, $50,000 in earnings, all from free traffic and contests.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
But it was over you can see there, it's over a 4.5 year period.
Okay, so it's not like it happened in 1 month, but it's over time.
But it is scalable. That's the thing I wanted to explain to people. So you can see here, this is in the database where we used to collect the emails. You can see there's 3.3 million. Any way you
can zoom in on that, or is it
do
a command plus?
It's not allowing me through Skype.
No worries. Okay.
They were the contacts that were in our autoresponder, and but what I will quickly do, rather than showing you this because it's too small, I will actually go in and show you the competition software and the competitions live that we've run on this case study.
Go for it.
So this is the back end of our software, and in here you will see the section, the pro section. What we'll talk about here is two things I'm going to talk about today. One is generating free traffic, and one is a way to sort of monetize having a competition. So here we've got a snippet, which is basically taken from Commission Junction. I don't know if people know what Commission Junction is. It's where you get CPA offers and things like that.
An affiliate website where you can make money promoting other people's products.
So that's what I've done on one of the case studies. So I was going to show you, this is where you insert it onto our competition software, and then here underneath it, you say how many times until it unlocks. So I'll show you that working so people can see exactly what I'm talking about rather than bogging you down with that. So if we go to this competition that has been running, there's only 1 day left on this. You can see here actually we've got more entries than when I sent you the case study. It's up to 204 now, so it's going up all the time. This. So we're logged in, and as you can see, the software very easy to use, looks quite neat. And you've got different actions where if people enter one of these actions, they will get an entry into this competition to win a £25 voucher. Okay. So we'll quickly just do one of these actions. And at the bottom of there, you will notice there's nothing underneath the actual competition. So we've gone and visited our Facebook page. And like I said, at the bottom here, you can see there's nothing underneath here whatsoever. As soon as you continue after entering, when the competition reloads, you'll see now what's appeared is this win flights with Skyscanner's cricket counter. So this was I found this I went on the internet. It's very easy to do. You just look for the big companies that are running competitions. You go and sign up for a CPA offer place, and then when you click on that, if someone goes and takes an action after that, you will get paid for it. It's as simple as that. So you try and match something that fits your niche. I did this win flights because I thought a voucher is very broad. It's not a niche sort of thing. But if you do your own niche, you would obviously try and find in there. If it was like fitness, you would find a fitness CPA offer or something like that. So that's one way that we have actually monetized running these sites. Another way of doing it is if someone has Google AdSense. Sorry, just quickly. Bring the competition up in here. This is the Bitcoin site that we actually have. And on here, we've run another competition using our software. You can see here, 150 entries to this one. Because I've logged in and I've done one entry, this actually appears now.
So that AdSense is appearing on the bottom there. You can see Win Cash Contest.
Yeah, because I've already entered this competition, that's appearing. But it would only appear. You see, I've entered this 4 times already. If I hadn't entered, that would not appear. But as soon as you enter it, then pops up. And you can see what it's offering. Because AdSense is contextual, it's offering Win Cash Contest, Enter Win Prize, and Win Competition. And at this moment in time, I learned over time that when people had entered a competition, they were hot. They were likely to re-enter another competition at that moment. And that's why AdSense was so good for generating income from this.
Cool. Okay, so from what I understand here, people come to this software, and it looks like you've got this embedded on a website. So, is it a WordPress plugin? Like, do you host it? Do we host it? Like, how does that work?
Okay, well, I'll show you here. So
go for it.
We're in the competition here. We've set it up, and also I'll just quickly show you this as well. These are the different actions you can actually have for people to enter the competition. So you can see from here, we've got many different ways. You can just refer a friend. So it depends if you want to make it viral, what you want to do with this competition. So you go to Twitter, you can visit a fan page on Facebook, pin images on Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram. You can then even set questions in here. You can have multiple choice questions, make them go watch a YouTube video, subscribe to newsletters. So you can see in here, it's quite powerful what we can actually send them to do.
It depends what your goals are. Different businesses are going to have different goals. Someone might want a ton of followers on Instagram. I don't personally care about it. I don't have Instagram for my business, so I wouldn't have that as an option. Maybe all I care about is getting people to visit a URL or to subscribe to a newsletter, and that's all I have in there. Like it's going to be business to business. Like
it's entirely up to the person who sets the competition as to what they put into there. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
So we'll quickly save this, and I'll show you. Sorry, I need to log back in. So if we go to, this is the dashboard when you go in. We actually have got some templates in here for people as well, which are aimed at different niches as well, as you can see. So that will make things quicker from setting the competition up. So the one I wanted to quickly post now, which is the one here, is, so you can get the code here, which would, you just copy that and paste it into any WordPress site, which is what I had done with the Bitcoin competition, yeah? Another option we've actually used the API with Facebook. So if you click on the Facebook integration, click on this. If you have admin of any Facebook page, a fan page, anything like that, I'll connect to my Facebook here. You'll see that I'm actually admin for 3 different sites. So what I'll do, I'll select the worldwide competitions. I'll name the tab. I'll just put gift card competition. We'll install that, and that's installed. All we need to do now is go to the Facebook page of that, refresh it, and hopefully, as you can see here, we have a gift card competition is now embedded automatically into the Facebook.
So you can put it on Facebook, you can put it on your website,
and then we can actually just host it for you. That's what it would. This is what it would look like if you leave it to be hosted on our. This is on our LeadIn.
So you don't even need to have a website if you don't want one.
No, if you just wanted to collect leads, you don't even need a website, because it's all SaaS software. It's held on the back end. So we hold everything in here. And I mean, I can't really click on the contacts here because it wouldn't be fair to the people. It'd be giving their details. But oops, sorry, I've just done that. You have to cut. Sorry.
There. It wouldn't be fair. Oh, here we go. Here they are.
Okay. So what I'll talk about now is the free traffic.
Okay, so this is how you create the competitions. It's easy. You've got the templates. You can host them yourself. You can put them on Facebook. You can put them on your link as well, so that you guys handle all that. Yeah, but Yeah, that's the next big question that people have is like, how the heck do you get traffic to these things?
Cool. Well, there's many ways, but what I stumbled across something a while ago, which was that there are many sites all around the world that will actually let you post your site, list your site on their site just for people who run competitions. And here's the stats from one of them in the UK. As you can see, they've got 250,000 active subscribers. They have 2 million people view it every month.
Nice.
They've got loads of followers there, fans. It'd even give you demographics of the people that are going there. So if somebody had a niche where, say you were having, I don't know, you had a gaming niche or bingo niche, you know you could target these people and you're going to have pretty good click-throughs for your offers and things like that. What I've done actually, we've actually now teamed up with these guys and they've seen our software. We gave them it and they said, wow, we really like it. We want to partner up with you. And so what they've done now, if someone goes to add a competition on their site, to make sure it gets added, because they do turn some down. If you don't meet certain terms and conditions, then they won't put your site on. But you can see here now, if someone went to submit a site, you see there, enter via LeadIn. So these guys are actually actively wanting people to use our software, and then they will list it, and then they will drive traffic to your site for absolutely free. Another one in the UK, very similar. This one's called Competition Hunter. We spoke with these guys, and I'll quickly show you. I think these also now have added us in as a drop down as one of the ways to enter type of competition. I think, sorry, it's how to enter. There you go at the bottom.
They've got it in there as well.
They've there as well. So, and we're in talks with quite a few of these companies, and these drive huge amounts of traffic. I mean, I can quickly just give you an overview of the case study I did this week, basically. So you can see the dates here are for 7th of July until the 15th. If we go and look at the acquisition in here, we get the referrals. So here you go. You can see the prize finder, which is the first site I showed you. And remember, this is free. You don't pay for any of this traffic. And these are targeted people who've been and looked at that. They're on that site to find a competition that they want to enter in that specific niche, really.
And they're coming in, and then they're joining your email list and clicking on your AdSense links or clicking on your CPA offer links.
Yeah, and also, what I want to point out to people as well is, for SEO purposes, and if you want to get Google, we know how important it is for the amount of time people stay on your site. So I think I mentioned it in the case study. I'll show you in a minute, but you can see here the page, the average duration is almost 1.5 minutes. Yeah, here 147. So it's a long time that they're staying on your site. So if you go back to the case, I actually did some maths on that. For this week that we ran it, I think it worked out here. So the brief case study is shown here that they actually stayed on the site for 24 hours in a week. There's people on my site for 24 hours during that week. So that is only good for anything that you want in Google as well. So there's lots of things that can help different businesses with your website, you know?
No, I'm a huge fan of case studies. Whenever I look to promote something, if someone has real results and real case studies that they can show me, it gets me excited, and it gets a lot of people in my audience excited as well. Just kind of see real examples of this. One thing I wanted to ask you about, though, is in the software, I want to be completely clear and transparent with my audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can go back over there, I think you were inside of the Pro version. So I want to be clear on what people are going to get if they buy the offer that's on the sales page, and if they get that Pro version.
Well, with the Pro version or without the Pro version, sorry, in the Pro version you get an extra. I'll show you what you get. Just 2 seconds.
Because I know that there's extra
yeah. So in standard version, you get everything that's in the first 3 tabs. So what you get here is you can link into your own autoresponder. So you can set up here to. I'll quickly show you this side of it too. So you go into your profiles, and you've got all these autoresponders. You've got Active Campaign, Get Response, Aweber, MailChimp, and Constant Contact, all linked into it through the API. So if anybody has their list on these, it's already linked into it.
If you don't, can you paste in something else and go through there?
No, at the moment we're only integrated with these 5 at the moment, but we will be bringing more on board as time goes by. Obviously, we're in talks with other companies at the moment.
No, the contact section over there. If if you
In here.
don't integrate with those, can you take the
Oh,
contacts and then upload them?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the
Okay.
contacts, we've got a full CMS on the back end, which basically, eventually will do social profiling for people, because what it'll do, it'll tell you where their actions have come from. Does somebody use Twitter more? Do they use Facebook more? And it gives you all their details. It pulls in from Facebook the person's details, and we have an export functionality on there, so you can export it to anywhere you want to do with it. It comes back out as a CSV. So you've got total control of every contact that comes into your database as well.
Nice. Okay.
So sorry, we'll just go back to the setup. Yeah, so that was just explaining the email side of it. Obviously, in how to enter bit, you only get the first 8 of these in the standard version. The Pro version then opens up the bottom 8 of these ones.
Okay, so you have more in the Pro version. That's the first one-time offer. You're going to have more options there. Okay.
Obviously, this is the same. Your prize builder. You get templates here, which we have automatically ready for you to do, or you can just go in and actually build your own using a custom builder here, which is very simple. It's drag and drop. If I wanted to put a video in here now, I just drag it here, drop it there,
nice.
shoot the URL in, and that is it. It's so simple to use. But I'm not going to do that, so I'll just close that. And then in the Pro version, these are the real chunky bits for me that I like. This is your retargeting that you would use, so your perfect audience or Facebook, anything like that. You want to put your retargeting pixels in there, then everything can retarget from the competition. And you've got your HTML snippet, which is what I showed you before. And
that HTML snippet, everyone, that's the one where you can put the CPA offer or the AdSense after someone has
and again, you can actually control this here, because some people said to me, well, what about if I wanted to make it go viral and monetize it? I mean, you're asking a lot there, personally, from me, but it can be done. I have seen it done, where you would actually not force them, but the people would have to make 2, 3, 4 entries. So you could put share on Facebook, tweet a message, 3 of them. Once the 3 actions are done, then the CPA offer appears after that. But you're pushing it if you're trying to get money and get the leads from it. I think
you're being a little bit greedy there.
Yeah, but I mean, some people would just want to go to viral, and they stick the monetization on the end. If they get the money, they get the money. It's a bonus. That's the way I look at it, and that's what I've done with the viral ones we've done. If we do get a monetization at that moment, that's good. It's great. And also, what you get in the Pro version is this here, which is basically we mail out. A little trick that I learned as well is that when people have competitions, quite often they will just mail out saying, okay, this was the winner, blah, blah, blah. Big no-no from my own opinion is that you should always be mailing everybody and basically tell them, say, look, okay, the competition's finished. Why don't you visit this page to see who the winner is? Everybody's going to come back because they want to know if they've won. So people are missing a trick by just saying, oh, this was the winner, because then you've lost your lead. This way, you're emailing everybody. You're saying, come back to our page. When they get to the page, the winner's name is on there. They know they've won. Everybody else, oh, you didn't win. By the way, if you didn't win, here's 10% off the product you were trying to win, or offer them something back up. You've got your lead back to where you want them. So we've got this automated now. We've set up with SMTP within here. So if anyone has an SMTP service, or you can get them quite cheap, you just put you put the details into our settings here, and this is fully automated. The competitions are all, winner is selected at random by the competition software, and it was just mail out to everybody what you put into here.
You could get them to sign up for a new competition as well. You could keep the ball rolling.
Seriously, Mike, once you start thinking about this and you start getting into, your brain starts ticking, and there's so many things, there's so many different avenues you can go down. You can start really funneling people into where you want them with competitions. It's so powerful. It's just, it opens up a great can of worms to just play with, really.
So this right here, okay, so these options right here, the retargeting, the extra abilities there to enter, and this email, this is in the Pro version. This is not on the one that you get on the sales page, but you have to get the one on the sales page to be able to purchase the Pro version here. Yes. That emailing function, do I need to integrate with any kind of like SMTP or some kind of SendGrid, Mandrill type thing to do that, or do you guys do that?
Exactly, you hit it on the head there. I just want to go back to the Pro version, because there is a lot more in the Pro version than what we've just spoke about. I mean, we're offering up a mastermind group where people can actually chat to me, speak to me. We'll have a Facebook group and a Skype group, and I will answer questions, help people. I'll do a tutorial over my shoulder, taking people hand by the hand, basically, and showing them step by step how I did it over the 4 years experience I've got. I then open up and give them the free traffic sources, because there is a lot of them all over the world. Give up access to that, and also our worldwide competition site. We are going to list people's sites on there if they come into the pro version. We haven't decided exactly how many yet. We'll probably let people post 1 or 2 competitions per month when they're in, which again is just more free traffic for people. So we've thrown a lot into the pro version, to be quite honest with you.
Cool. Okay. So that's we got the software, we've got the pro version. I think you've got another one-time offer as well.
Yeah. And there's another offer that's access to Entrepreneur Action, which is a mastermind group which has been set up by Mark Lyford and with Richard Fairburn partnering together. And in that, it's a monthly fee. You get total access to Richard and to Mark on all their insights. They've got 40 years between the three of us. I mean, I'm involved in that as well. But between the three of us, we've got 40 years of internet marketing to pull on. And we're there just to help people set up from the start, take them right the way through being an entrepreneur online. You've got access to, again, mastermind groups, webinars, heaps and heaps of great content in there. There's a monthly newsletter that goes out with people writing in. I mean, Brad Goss wrote in the last one some great tips from Brad in there. There's a lot of people involved in it, and you get some really great content from it. And so that's the final offer, really, is the Entrepreneur Action Mastermind Group.
Okay, Paul. So I want to pick your brain a little bit here. You've done a lot of competitions. You mentioned some where you were doing the villas, and you've done gift cards and blah blah blah. For you, for someone that's just getting started with competitions, to have them see their first money coming in. Let's say someone says, I want to go up there. I want to make my first $5 from doing competitions. I don't want to spend money on this. I want to just go out there, make $5. Like that's my first goal here, is to make my first $5.
Okay.
What do they do? Give me that.
There's different ways of doing it. That's why I did what I did, which you will see in the case study there. I did a small gift card competition, basically to prove that you could actually offer something up small. And if you look at the numbers in here from the gift card, it actually did quite well over the week. So the gift card competition, it brought in 183 leads and $61.21 in under 8 days.
Okay, cool. Wait, let's look at this, because I didn't catch this here. Okay, so you went out there, this is a recent competition.
Yeah, we did this. I did this for the purpose of this case study, to prove how this works and that a newbie could do it.
Okay. Let me pick it apart a little bit here, and then I'll let you go with this. Okay, so I'm looking here. As you can see, the gift card competition brought in 100. Go down a little bit. 180 free leads and 61.21. Where's the 61.21? Can you show me that?
Yeah, of course I can, mate. This was from the cricket, the flight offer from Skyscanner on Commission Junction. So that's my Commission Junction account, which shows there the 7th of July to the 14th of July. The account was for Skyscanner for that competition.
How many sales was that? I can't read that number.
They're not actually said what it is. It's basically that they just need to click off and go to it's an airline redirect. So it does say there was 93 people went off, but there weren't actually sales as such. The people that go and view that page and then do some sort of action, they might have gone from Skyscanner and then gone and clicked on a car hire or something like that. You don't know what they've actually done once they've got onto the site. That's the way CJ works, basically. So these guys have gone off onto Skyscanner. Something has happened when they were on their site, whether it be a car hire, whether they might have booked a flight somewhere or whatever, and that's what's brought that in. So you're looking at about half of the people have actually clicked on that banner.
That's pretty cool. And that was and this traffic came from posting on, how many websites did you post this on?
This one was posted on two, plus our own. We put it on 2 on our own site. 2
websites, plus your own website there, and you had 100 people that actually signed up for this, and you were able to make $61. I mean, that's...
Yeah. And I mean, that's gone up since I did that yesterday. That's gone up now. It's about $70 now.
Yeah, I'm seeing here, so to summarize, using my free traffic technique that I've developed over the years, I managed to gain 329 leads. So you got more leads from this? I saw you got 180.
I ran 2 competitions. I ran 2. I ran this one, and I ran the one on our Bitcoin site, because I'm part of a Bitcoin company. So what we did, we gave some Bitcoin away as well, just to prove, again, it depends this one was more done for the niche, to prove that the AdSense works. That's the reason I did the other one. I did one for both, one for CPA offer and one for AdSense.
And you partnered with this company, so you didn't have to pay $400 to give away
No,
that.
no, actually, what happened there was quite funny. You should mention that. What it was, they wanted to promote the bank's capital was going live, and this was going to be done, and it's going to be actually put into a press release next week. But I did this before it went into any of the press release or anything like that. This was to just show that we could do it with free traffic. So what we did, Mark was going to give away a physical Bitcoin. Basically, that's what they do. Banks actually mints physical coins. And so what they've done, they're giving one away. You can see this competition is going to last for a long time here. Mm-hmm. It's 47 days left on this, but this is what we've had since I set it up. So again, this was free traffic that was driven to this one.
And that's, I mean, and I want to also point out the important part here is that it's not just the money that's come in, it's also the leads. Yeah, and those leads are, depending upon the niche that you're in, they're going to be worth X amount of money over time.
Absolutely, that's what I'd like to say to people, and that's why I put the AdSense onto the banks one, because then people are people, if they're going to be looking at Bitcoin, for one, they're going to be clued up as to the new technology of Bitcoin and stuff like that. They're not people that are going to be looking at many other things. So that's why I put the AdSense on there, because it's going to be contextual to that person, and it's going to be basically, okay, you've entered a competition to win this, how about entering another one? Whereas I couldn't really put a CPA offering. There's nothing that really fit for that sort of niche, if you like. So that's why I did that on purpose, to prove that you can still monetize it if your niche doesn't fit.
And I would say that with Bitcoin and AdSense, if it's pulling up a contextual ad based upon the, if you've got enough text in there, I would think that it would bring something related to Bitcoin, wouldn't it?
No, because what I done there, you can see it says win, and it's basically what you would put into here, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I was putting win competition, free competition, and that's what came up. So
okay.
It used what was inside here. So I think what you put into your description is more what the AdSense will bring in. So you could actually almost tailor it a little bit, I think, if you do it right. People would just have to play with that. I mean, I did it, I looked at it, and I thought, yeah, that fits quite well. So I was quite lucky, I suppose. With
you made $49 from it, and you brought in those leads from it. So, okay, so you mentioned that you also put it on your site. Is that an unfair advantage there, that you put it on your site as well?
But not this site that we're doing now. This one, we haven't actually really pushed this one to get any traffic yet. We've done this on purpose as well. We've set this. This was another site that we had. We had the
talk about maybe the Amazon one, the one below, the $25 supermarket voucher. That was on. Was that on your site as well?
That was on our site. That was on our site. Was that one?
Okay.
But that was still. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's still free traffic. We're not paying for that, and we would give other people. We would list them on our site. So it is still free traffic. But to be quite honest with you, our site doesn't bring anything near to what the other one does at the moment. Yeah, but our site will be doing that.
So the traffic. Okay, so the traffic came from the other sites that anyone can post on that came in for free.
Yeah, to be honest, I tried on purpose. The only reason we had to put it on our site was because I needed to show Richard it working, to be quite honest with you. And it actually only went on there near the end of it, to be quite truthful with you. It was all done through the Prize Finder and I think it was Competition Hunter. These two were the ones that I used for that competition. And literally, it was just these two sites.
So, Paul, this isn't, I mean, from looking at this isn't rocket science here. This isn't, it's not too complicated, and I can see with tweaking the different competitions, tweaking what you're doing, if you want to get prizes, I know that, and I've done this personally, you can go out there and you can get sponsors, you can get people to give away really cool stuff, and you can say, look, what we're going to do is, to have them enter, they're going to enter the contest, and then they're going to go and visit your website, and then when the contest is over, we're also going to email everyone that's joined the contest, and we're going to email them and send them over to your website. Like there's real reasons for businesses to want to do contests. It doesn't just need to be for yourself. You can, like you said before, you were running contests for other businesses.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just about even being cheeky. I mean, what I did, I am like that. That's what happened with the Prize Find. That's how come we've ended up getting them to promote us. I will pick up the phone, I will walk into a hotel, I will say, I want to speak to the marketing manager. I did this myself. I ran competitions for 5, 6, 7 different hotel chains. I would say to them, look, this is a quiet time of the year. Can I offer a weekend up? And I would just sell it to them. I'd say, look, I will build you some leads. All I ask for is you share the leads back with me, and I'm allowed to monetize it. It's bringing people, it's raising the profile of your hotel. It's at a quiet time of the year. Everyone's a winner. The people who win a weekend away is happy. And you'd be so surprised at how many people, how many companies are happy to get free promotion.
Yeah. Everyone is.
it's just about being a human being, actually picking up a phone and saying, look, let's work together. Let's both make something from this. And don't be scared about speaking to people. That's all I could really say to people. That's what I do all the time. I pick up the phone and I rang up quite a few companies about partnering with one in Canada. They turned us down. One in the UK turned down, and the prize finder guys, they jumped on board pretty quick. They saw the power of it and they loved it. And so as soon as that happened, you think, yeah, okay, I can do this. So then I ring up. I mean, I'm actually in talks now with a company in America for our software. If these guys take it on board, it will be pretty huge, to be quite honest with you.
I've gotten thousands of dollars personally. I had a website where I was doing some contest stuff on it, not as well as you are now. I wish I had something like this. And I was able to get thousands of dollars in free stuff, things like, I'm trying to remember, I got laser pointers, like $100 laser pointers to give away. I got remote control car type stuff to give away. I just t-shirts. I got free fish, free seafood from I was all over the place. But the thing is, I was able to get all that for free to give away to people, and I never got on the phone with anyone once. It was all through email. I mean, if I got on the phone, I don't remember it, and I wouldn't have wanted to get on the phone to do it. It's easier through email. I just send out a bunch of emails, and if you create a website that's about giving away free stuff and you start building that list and you start having traffic numbers that you can show people, look, I get 100 views a day. Look, I get, you can see my past contests here. We got 300 people that actually signed up for this contest, and you start getting some metrics, and you can get bigger prizes and better prizes to give away without paying for traffic and without paying for the prizes. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I learned over time. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I made a few mistakes early on in the time, and it's difficult. But when you realize the power of it, and I mean, we had, like I said, at hotels, a lot of the local things we did. We had local beauty salons that ran competitions, and it works, you know, it really does work. You can see here as well, I just wanted to point this out. When I posted it to the prize finder, so submitting that link on this page, literally, no exaggeration, it literally takes 5 minutes of your time, and it's for free. Okay, what they then do, they look at it, make sure it's okay, and it'll go into they will post it on a page which says new competitions, and then they also put it onto recurring daily competitions, and they've also put it onto the closing soon competition. So you can see they are then linking this. They actually put it on their homepage for a day. Look, 52 people came from that. So these guys then, you only submit it once, but they're putting 4 or 5 links onto your competition, and it's amazing when if you have like 5 or 6 of these in each geolocation. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. It's really good free traffic.
Anything I can't do, anything I can't post, like what's going to get me rejected?
Yeah, I think basically each of the sites has their own sort of stipulations that you just need to follow through the instructions. I couldn't sit here and give an overriding view, but basically, as long as you're actually running a competition. I mean, one big thing I would say to people as well, the huge thing I would say to people is make sure everybody knows who won the competition, because there's so many scams out there and people who don't do it properly. You really need to have a winners page, have to show people that won the competitions, and as soon as you do that, then these guys they're gonna say, okay, yeah, you're for real, we'll help you, and they'll work.
That's a really cool idea, is to have a winners page on your website. You can say, look, these people have won, and maybe.
It's something that people miss out on. It's another thing, people miss this trick, and it's if you show that you've got winners, and you actually, basically, we put in the terms and conditions that if anybody wins, they must be willing to let us publicize it, and it's very important to us that we do that, because if you're doing that, everyone sees you for real, and it brings more traffic to you.
You could even say something like, as far as your terms and conditions, if you win, you must, in order to claim your prize, you must post on Facebook, I just won this prize, or something like that. And then you could, from your winners page, you could link out to these actual posts on Facebook, where I mean, that's powerful. Like,
you've got it already. I can see it whirring around in your brain already. Yeah, the power is amazing with these competitions, because you actually have control. Like you said, you can actually make them do something before you actually issue the prize. It can be in the terms and conditions. So everybody's brain will work in a different way using this software, and it is very different depending on what audience you're after. Like the local stuff I did was totally different to when I would run, like the Villa one was just that anybody in the world could go and have a week in Bali. You know, it's crazy how it can just spread so fast. I have only ever promoted the site to the UK, Australia, Canada, and USA, but I had entries from nearly 200 countries worldwide because it just people go. India is a huge area, and it's the place I'm going to go to next. It's the next target of what I'm going to do. I'm going to search out a lot of the places where you can get free traffic from India because they drive so much traffic. The Indian people, it's ridiculous. I've never posted to any Indian site yet, and I still some of my competition were getting 16% from India, which is just insane. I've never even posted anything to that country.
Paul, thank you so much for coming on the show today and sharing your software with us, sharing your results with us. Again, I want to point out how much I love that, just like seeing these results. Is there anything else, anything we missed, anything you wanted to make sure that you mentioned before we wrap it up?
Yeah, well, no, I think basically as long as people can see that it can be done, anybody can do this. And you can scale it up. It's totally scalable. It's just getting to the point of how far do you want to take it? You could ring up any big corporations and just ask. All they can do is say no, and eventually you'll ring somebody or you'll send an email to somebody, and they will give you a prize that you can give away, and you just work together, share the list, put it into terms and conditions, and then using our software, you can actually monetize it while you're doing it for them. So it's exciting stuff. I love doing it.
Again,
for quite a few years.
Paul,
so, yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, and best of luck with your launch.
Thank you, Mike. Great talking to you.
I hope you enjoyed the interview today with Paul. If you are interested in picking up LeadIn, you're going to want to come back tomorrow on Monday, July 20th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. You're going to be able to get it at its lowest price along with my special bonuses. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.